Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 27th of April. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Wesfarmers, M.A Financial, Latin Resources, Alkane and Melbana Energy. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you're getting the free newsletter every Thursday, but my stock tips actually come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you are getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a broking account with me and have me guide you with the buying and the selling, then please let me know. And all the advice here is general only. So if we look at Wesfarmers since mid last year, we could see that there is a trend there. It has been trending higher. Looking under the surface though, it's not necessarily smooth sailing. So we've got, every time it pulls back, we have had some fairly sharp pullbacks only for it to continue on. So it's been, so a few occasions where it's looked fairly dangerous, but in the end it's trended higher. Most recently we had it sort of break up to a new high, consolidate on top of the breakout, and now it's on the way back up again. So, a little consolidation here makes the trend a bit more sustainable. But having said that, if I move to a weekly chart, where it is now, there could be a bit of resistance here. So maybe it does hit some resistance, but at the end of the day, it does still have that trend since last year's lows. All right, M.A Financial. So, as we could see, still got that sort of downtrend there from last year. Looking a bit closer, we may have seen so it's put in what looks like a higher low so far, and has started to move up from it. I mean, the volumes aren't great. Short term, it does look like it should head higher, but ultimately, okay, we've got a high low here, but I think it needs to take out that February peak for us to at least see a higher high, and then, it might need to put some more work in. So, too early to call if the overall downtrend is over. Okay, LRS. So as we could see, since the lows in June, initially a spike up, but just hasn't made any progress. Obviously, with this move here, you've got a lot of trapped sellers up at these price levels, and there's no real pattern as yet. So, just sort of chopping around. It's in the middle of the range. I think, potentially if there was a bit of a line there at 12 cents, you could potentially buy it here because of that little breakout and have a very tight stop. But I think I'd like to see a bit more of a pattern develop, or at least get above, say, 14 cents, where there does seem to be a bit of selling. Okay, Alkane. So this is one I looked at in the Dynamic Investor Report in March. So just alerted my readers to the to the imminent breakout. So basically breakout, very nice little sort of 2-week trade there. Obviously it ran way too hot and has come back. So we've seen some heat come out of the share price, but we've had this sort of bounce, on a very short-term basis, sort of higher low, and then a break high there yesterday on increased volume. So it looks like it's consolidated this move, and it looks like it's ready to head higher again. So I think potentially that's another buy signal. Okay, Melbana Energy. So longer term chart still looks quite poor, but short term it gives us little consolidations and breakouts. So this is one that we've looked at before. You get a move and a consolidation, then a nice little breakout, short-term trade, another tight range breakout. That trade only lasted a few days. So I mean, potentially again, we've seen, the last couple of days this sort of, move higher on good volumes. So short term, it does look like it wants to head higher. Obviously, there looks like there could be some resistance at 8 cents, and then of course strong resistance at 10 cents. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, please send it through and I'll try to cover it next Thursday for you.